Goddess Pick-a-Paw reading. The theme of this Goddess Pick-a-Paw reading is what is next in love. I want to welcome all those who are new to my page and those who are coming back. This will be our third Goddess Pick-a-Paw. If you have not, please go and try to watch the other ones. They have been so fun to record. For all of those interested, I will leave all of my personal information for my social media accounts and how to book a reading with me in the comment section below. I will also leave in the comment or description box below breakdowns and properties of each stone that we have here. So for this Goddess Pick-a-Paw, our first stone is red amethyst, our second stone is strawberry calcite, and our third stone is rose quartz. Okay. Like I do in my other Goddess Pick-a-Paw readings, this reading will be for solely Paw 1. So this is a precursor and pre-warner that this is a video for Goddess Paw 1 and solely for Goddess Paw 1. For the cards I've selected, I will read I've selected Love Oracle, some tarot cards. I'm using the Whisper of Love Angel Oracle deck. I'm using the Zombie Tarot deck, and I'm using, I believe it's Mana Tarot Sexual deck. So with this Goddess Pick-a-Paw, we will be looking at what's next in love and how can we be more emotionally receptive to being more intimate. I wanted to make this a little different than a traditional love reading because I'm all about how can we use tarot in this form of divination towards moving us forward. Okay, so I'm going to give you some time to look at the paws again to make sure your stone is your stone. As I said before, this is for Paw 1. So take 3 deep breaths and then decide. Okay, let's get into the reading. We are going to move these out the way. So I will first state amethyst, even though this is red amethyst, is much like traditional amethyst. This is going to activate our third eye. This is going to bring us a sense of calm and a sense of peace. This stone, because it is red amethyst, this is also going to activate our root chakra. So for this group, security, right, sense of self, and how we are building a foundation for ourselves will be the focus. If you've been having any lower back pains, if you've been feeling like your money isn't staying, if you've been feeling like you can't finish projects, that is definitely an indication to get that root chakra balanced, right? It's also indication for mental clarity. So this stone is perfect if you chose that one. Like I said in the description below, I will leave more information on this stone. I remember I bought this stone because it also helps with those who are having trouble sleeping. So if you use this stone, put it under your pillow, it should help with sleeping. And because this stone helps connect us to, in a sense, our soulmates. It connects the heart. It strengthens any emotional strains in relationships. So that was one of the reasons why I bought this stone. Like I said, I will leave some more tidbits about the stone in the description below. So let's get started. Our first card is Be Authentic. It says, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. I'll show you the card again. So off bat, sometimes I don't like to read just straight into the reading, but off bat, because there's a swan on the card and I just mentioned the soulmate thing, that's further confirmation of just more soulmate energy. And like most people try to say, and like I say when I discuss love, soulmates, love itself does not have to be romantic. Love is you understanding. It's love in all its forms. It's platonic, it's friendship, it's family. Love is so much bigger than just a partner. Your second card is back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. Right? So we're already seeing a theme of butterflies, so transformation, metamorphosis. Our first oracle card is green, so that's going to be work on our heart chakra. And our second card is blue, so that's going to be work on our throat chakra, which they're very interconnected. So even if you're having mid, upper back pains, that's an indication. So, one second. Our first tarot card is Six of Swords. I believe this is reversed. I took a peek at the cards before, so I'm not too sure which one is, but I will, for the sake of my brain, I will leave them upright. Three of Swords. So, okay, we already have swords. So again, more confirmation that you need to, communication, that throat chakra is going to be a focus for you at this time. And we have Temperance. If I'm right, when I pulled all these cards, they were reversed. And then we're just going to pull out our little mini. So the Manara tarot deck is a sexual deck. So this is just precursor. Some of the cards are a little explicit. I really just wanted to get in touch with that sacral. That's our in a sense, if you're looking for like placements of the chakra, that's our around our genitalia area, not necessarily our genitalia, but in that sense, that area. And it's responsible for our sense of intimacy and intuition with our emotions, being vulnerable, our creative spark. And if that is out of whack, we you know, that's our life force in a sense. So the first one is the Fool. And I got the mini deck because I thought it would be cute. And our second card is the Five of Water. So, off bat, I will say for those who pick this pile, you're probably freshly out of a breakup or freshly out of a transformation state. This is further confirming those butterflies of relationships in your life. You've probably are growing as a person, changing who you are, and it is causing relationships around you to fall off. It is causing connections that you once thought were going to withstand the test of time. They're not so much. And that's fine. Whenever I speak about endings, I always say that's fine, because endings do not have to be sad, right? For those of you that are staying in partnerships that you aren't too happy in, that you aren't feeling like you're aligning with, maybe you haven't taken the steps to start leaving, but you are feeling uncomfortable where you're at, the universe will continue to push you into uncomfort. It will make you have to move if you do not move yourself. It will push you to that next decision. It will always push you to your highest good. So I will say, with the Six of Swords here, that is moving on. And that's moving on because we know there's more. We're looking for the truth. We know that where we're at is not it. Okay? And I love this deck. This is the Zombie Tarot deck. I love this deck because this Six of Swords is very much like opposed to the traditional one. To me, this one is very much more empowering. We're confident to take the voyage because we know that where we're at now is not where we want to be. And that just further gets confirmed with our be authentic and back to what you love. So if you are recently out of a breakup or recently realizing truths that are breaking your heart, and the reason why I say that is because we have that Three of Swords. That Three of Swords is heartbreak, and it's often by truth. Like I said, we have a lot of sword energy. Okay, that sword energy. Off the top of my brain, I can't remember what elements Temperance is, but if I'm right, I think Temperance is Sagittarius energy. But that's neither here nor there. And with your intimacy cards being the Fool and the Five of Water or Five of Cups. The Fool is more air energy, and we only have a little bit water. So a good exercise for you at this time will be writing. We'll be writing, speaking daily affirmations to help heal. You're probably feeling icky in regards to what's going on. And like I said, if you have been moving on from things, it hasn't felt the nicest. There's probably a lot of blocks. For some of you, you've probably been experiencing a lot of mucus, a lot of heaviness on the chest, a lot of sinus problems. That's just further confirmation of that block heart and throat chakra. But you're just going to have to wait it out. And the reason why I say that is because you have temperance, which when we receive this card, it's just about taking that time, getting in a sense of stillness. Like I said, that mental clarity that you receive when you use an amethyst stone, right? And letting life take its time to mix and mend the things that you need. The description that comes with this card and talks about, because this is a zombie deck, so they're looking for an antidote, but it talks about getting close to the thing that can basically kill you, in the sense, this is reference to zombies, but getting close to the bad in order to heal. Sometimes the best way to heal from something, right, is to acknowledge it, feel it, and go through it and not around it, because you're going to have to deal with it anyway. So this is further, again, a signal for you to keep making those movements to move on. That even though these endings and moving on from where you are, especially if some of you have to move, moving on from where you are is going to break your heart, but it will eventually lighten up. You will see the purpose. You can't see it right now, but you will see the purpose in your departure or your transition. To get back to our love oracles, because there's just so much going on with them. Like I said, they both have butterflies, so that's further confirming our transformation. They both have birds, so that's further confirming us moving on, trying new horizons. And they both have sunsets, so that's just oh, I love when the cards do this. This is just further confirmation that dream of something new, and when the time is right, what you are looking for in love will greet you. When you mend your heart, that thing that you're desiring, that relationship you were hoping to build with that person will greet you. This time is about reconnecting with your inner child, healing wounds. This relationship probably triggered you to a lot of abandonment issues. And that's why it's hard for you to leave, because you're very codependent, you're very attached. So with this reading, it's just further confirmation that this time apart is for you to move on and really take some time for yourself to mend those things that keep you shackled in unhealthy situations, things that keep you in codependent relationships, things that make you feel like you can't express yourself to your full extent, things that have taken away your creative spark. How can you reconnect to those things and dream more? Okay, you need to do something that you enjoyed to do as a child. Go for walks more. Right, watch one of those little fancy, like, coming of age teenage rom-coms, so you can feel like a child again. Okay, now to connect to more intimacy, our little Manara tarot, you're gonna have to take more risks. Okay, you're going to, the Fool is about taking risks, new beginnings. And with this Five of Water, you're going to have to realize that you have more control about how you're feeling than you think you do. Though you may feel submerged in your emotions, it's up to you to realize the water isn't that deep. That where you're at is not where you have to stay. Okay? You don't have to fight the emotions you're feeling. Trying to control the tide will not make it any easier. You just have to let go. And not let go in the sense of like, because everyone says let go, and everyone's gonna be like, you say it's like it's easy. It's not easy, but really in the sense of like letting go, as in letting that floodgate of emotions flow and going, this is how I feel. Like I said, that writing out, do some free writing. This is how I feel, and you know what? I wish for it to pass because I know there's more. I may not be able to see it right now, but I know there's more. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that because I feel like your message was very straight and clear. It was a very beautiful reading. The energy, though what we spoke about is heavy, the energy that is surrounding this isn't heavy at all. So, what numbers do you have? You have 6, 3, 14 equals 5. 6 and 3 is 9. 5, 4, 1 and 5. So give it, if you want to put a time frame on it, I like putting time frames on things, but give it like 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Dedicate 5 weeks solely to yourself, to actively healing, to actively mending that heart, and see where you're at. Come back and watch this again in 5 weeks. Okay? So, I want to thank you all again for watching. It has been a pleasure to read for you. If your power resonated, please let me know. I love conversing about how the reading resonated and what it's done for you. It is a pleasure of mine. And like I said, I will leave all of my information for personal readings, my social media handles, all in the description below. As always, much love and abundance. Bye.